keep it 100 because it's time for Hub's Huddle Podcast. Listen to the man that talks sports from football to basketball 24/7, 365. He is known as the average Joe that knows more than average about sports.
What's up, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Hub.
What's up, everybody? Today is Saturday, February 2nd, 2019. This is the eve of Super Bowl 53. Tomorrow's the big game, so you know what that means. Today's the pick for the big game tomorrow between the LA Rams and the New England Patriots, taking place in Atlanta, Georgia, the ATL, home of Ludacris and Big Boy Outkast. Ah, man. First and foremost, before we get started, let me say congratulations to the Hall of Fame class of 2019, headlined by Ed Reed, Tony Gonzalez, and Champ Bailey. Also getting in this year is Ty Law, former Patriot, one of my favorite players. Also, Kevin Maui from the Tennessee Titans is in as well. Pat Bolin, Gil Brandon, and Johnny Robinson is also in as well this year. Guys like Ty Law, Ed Reed, Tony Gonzalez, Champ Bailey, Kevin Maui. These are guys that that was a part of football when I was growing up. Ed Reed, from the U, one of my favorite safeties in the game. Still a little disappointed because Steve Atwater did not get in again this year. He got snubbed again. I know Steve Atwater, one of the best safeties ever play this game. Most notable is hit on Christian Okoye when the Denver Broncos played the Kansas City Chiefs. He basically wrecked Christian Okoye's whole career after that hit. The Nigerian Nightmare was no longer the Nightmare. It's just a shame that he's still not in. Hopefully next year will be it. But, shout out to Ed Reed, Tony Gonzalez, and Champ Bailey for getting in, as first ballot guys. Tony Gonzalez, one of the best, tight ends of all time. Spent time with the Kansas City Chiefs and, the tail end of his career with the Atlanta Falcons. Ed Reed bounced around. He played majority of his career with the Ravens. Then he ended up with the Jets. And of course, Champ Bailey, he spent time with the Broncos and, the Washington Redskins. Champ Bailey, one of the best corners, ever, up there, him, Ty Law, Deion Sanders, Rod Woodson. You can even throw in, Darrelle Revis when it's time for him to get in. He's probably is going to be a first ballot too. It's just a lot of guys, man, that cornerback position, as you all know, my favorite corner all time is Prime Time. Hope you all saw that 30 for 30 that came on Thursday night. That right there was awesome, man. Seeing how Deion was able to play, able to participate in 2 games basically in the span of 24 hours, man. That was cool. But this is what we're here for today, man, is the Super Bowl prediction. Man, this right here is for all of it, man. It's for all the marbles. Man, this is going to be a good game. I think, people, not really interested in this one, I guess, because of the teams that's playing, of course, notably New England. Los Angeles Rams, man, they have a good team, man, led by a good coach, in Sean McVay. I just think this is going to be a good game, man. Man, this is it's going to be a good game. As you all know, I'm a Patriots fan, so but like I said, this game is very winnable for both sides. The Rams, got the second best, offense in the league. You got the Patriots with the 5th best offense in the league. Defensive wise, they're about the same, Rams at 19 and the Patriots was ranked in at 21st for the year. But if you look at during the playoffs, both of these defenses has been coming on, man. So it's a lot of key matchups in this one. Last time these two teams hooked up was December 4th of 2016. Patriots came away with the win over the Rams 26-10. This right here, man, I just think, it's going to be a good game, man. First Super Bowl in 6 seasons without the number 1 seed playing. Both of these teams are the 2 seeds walking into this one. Man, it's goodness. You know what? Let's break it down, man. Let's break it down. So on one side, man, you know, you got the Rams. You know, high power offense. Defensive front is phenomenal with Aaron Donald and Sue. Also, you got Fowler over there, and you know, their secondary, you know, is complete with Hakeem Talib on one side, and you got Marcus Peters on the other side. These two dudes, man, you know, Talib's a very, you know, difficult corner to figure out, man. You know, he can be looking like he's playing press off coverage, and then out of nowhere this cat's jumping the route, and he's taking one to the house for 6. You know, I've seen it personally because he played in New England before, so that's gonna be a good matchup, man. See if, you know, Tommy's gonna go after him, or, you know, go after the nickel corner cat that was involved in that that no call pass interference in the Saints game. It's, you know, it's a lot of matchups here, man. You look at, you know, the run game with New England. Are they gonna be able to establish the run, man? It's gonna be very hard to run up against this, you know, Rams offense. You know, with Sue and Donald, I think, you know, that middle of the field is gonna be clogged up. You know, I think it's going to be a lot of, you know, screen passes happening tomorrow with New England for that offense. They're going to have to go back to the no huddle, man. It's something that we haven't really seen them run a whole lot of, you know, for the past couple of weeks, you know, in the playoffs and also during the regular season. I think it's time they probably going to bring it out. I mean, they're going to have to wear this defense down. That's no other way around it. You know, Tom Brady's going to have to get with that 2-second release that he always does. And that offensive line, man, this game is really going to be one in the trenches, man. It's going to be, you know, this offensive line against, you know, the Rams' defensive line, you know, as far as, you know, the offense goes, you know, with scoring points. As far as the Rams' offense, explosive, man. You know, they're missing Cooper Kupp. I think that's going to be a key for tomorrow. You know, you got Brandon Cooks, who he played for New England last year as well. You also got Robert Woods. You know, I want to see who's going to be the matchup. You know, I kind of figure it's going to be Gilmore, you know, matching up with Robert Woods tomorrow, and possibly be, you know, McCourty shadowing, you know, Brandon Cooks. I think it's going to be Jason, you know, with the coverage, and Devin on top of that. You know, only way I see it happening, man, you know, and Todd Gurley, won't know if he's 100%. I'm going to assume that he is. You know, C.J. Anderson, you know, he basically started taking over, you know, starting in the Dallas game, and then, you know, also, you know, 2 weeks ago against the Saints. You know, he's a familiar foe as well for New England. You know, he played in Denver, of course. You know, Wade Phillips was the defensive coordinator for those Broncos teams that beat the Patriots in Mile High, you know, with Von Miller and them boys when they were, you know, during their run to a Super Bowl win. But it's good matches, man. You got the coaching head-to-head matchups, and, you know, everybody talking about Belichick versus McVay. You know, I'm looking at the matchup between Brian Flores, the guy that runs the defense for New England. I'm not calling him defense coordinator because they didn't anoint him as defensive coordinator, going up against Sean McVay in that offense. Let's see what Flores can put together, you know, to try to frustrate, you know, Jared Goff. And everybody's talking about, man, experience and all that, man. Experience, man, listen. Experience is you know, one thing, man, but it doesn't hold that much weight. I mean, once you get out there, man, basically it's just time to play ball like you do every single Sunday. You know, I mean, you know, it's a lot on the line, but hey, at the end of the day, man, these guys got to get out there and they just got the ball, man. You know, just I think it's going to be a very good game tomorrow. You know, I can see it getting out of hand on both sides if things happen to go, you know, crazy. But, you know, just thinking about it, And, you know, it's been a long 2 weeks of thinking about a score, what to come to. You know, I'm thinking about all the matchups. You know, you got the defensive matchup for New England. You got the corners matched up against the Rams wide receivers. Then on the flip side, you got, you know, the Patriots, you know, wide receivers matched up against the corners with the Rams, with Talib and Peters, you know, matched up against Hogan and Edelman. You know, also you got, you know, pitcher in, you know, Dorsett. A lot we haven't really seen a lot of Cordero Patterson. I think we're going to get a heavy dose of Cordero tomorrow. You know, James White coming out of the backfield. My thing is with New England, man, you can't be predictable. As we all know, you know, when you got Sony Michel back there, you know, basically they're going to run. So, man, it'd be nice to see if New England can implement Sony Michel into the passing game. This will break this wide open for them, you know, and give them a whole different look what the Rams probably been seeing on film, you know, for the past two weeks. And also, man, key matchup is going to be, you know, Gronk going against them linebackers. You know, them linebackers been very suspect, man. You know, Alvin Kamara ate them boys up, you know, in the NFC Championship game. I think he had like 93 yards receptions, man. So this could be a big game for James White, man, coming out of the backfield and catching the ball. That's what I said. If you get these running backs involved in the passing game, man, it might open up this game, man. But, you know, New England, the keys for them, man, they got to go no huddle. You know, they got to tire these boys out, man. You got Sue and Donald out there. They some big boys, man, but you can't allow these jokers, you know, to get the steam going, and, you know, they're in the backfield, you know, wrecking everything. You know, New England seen Sue a lot when he played with Miami. You know, that was 2 times a year for the amount of years that he was in Miami. And you know, Aaron Donald, you know, they really haven't seen that much of him. Just, you know, your film, and, you know, they saw him a couple years ago, but that right there is pretty much it. So this game is really gonna be running in the trenches, man. This is gonna be, you know, offensive line versus defensive line, the same way with the Rams. That Rams offensive line's been playing phenomenal as well to open up the holes for the running backs, you know, with CJ Anderson and Todd Gurley. You know, let's see what kind of pressure that New England can get back there on the quarterback. They did pretty well against the Chargers, putting the pressure on Phillip Rivers, and also putting pressure on Pat Mahomes, who also, you know, he had won the MVP tonight. You know, congratulations to him. But, you know, they had put some pressure back there on him as well. They threw some exotic packages, you know, at him in that AFC Championship game. The defense was one of the keys, you know, for them to win, and they're gonna have to come up big again tomorrow. Because if they don't, I mean, they just might as well lose, you know, the second Super Bowl in a row, which is, you know, it's possible, man. Anybody can win this. It's going to be a great game. But, you know, as far as the Rams go, like I said, man, establishing the run, you know, New England's been very, they have been giving up yards against the run, and that could open up the passing game as well. You know, that offensive line for the Rams been playing phenomenal all year. You know, I think the offensive line won an award tonight, but, you know, it's best offensive line in the league or something like that. But, you know, they're going to be key as well for them. So this is going to fall on New England's defense, man, and offensively for New England, you know, try to establish the run. It's probably going to be hard against, you know, that front four out there and with the Rams. But, you know, a lot of passes out of the backfield. I see a lot of screen passes tomorrow, a lot of dinking and dunking, just to keep them honest, man. You have to mix it up. They got to run no huddle, you know, for this New England team to win a Super Bowl. You know, it's a lot of legacy on the line. I mean, like Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, man, their legacy's already sealed. You know, Tom Brady's arguably the best or one of the best quarterbacks to ever play the game. Bill Belichick, same boat, you know, one of the best or the best coach to ever coach the game of football. You know, you got Sean McVay on the other side, you know, up and coming, you know, young guy. You know, he's younger than me. It's crazy. You know, the sky's the limit for the Rams, man. You know, the Patriots, you know, this could be, you know, winding down to the end, man. It could be, you know, these guys, they're getting old, man. You know, TB12, he's 41. He'll be 42 in the summer. He says he wants to play to 45. We'll see if that really happens. But, you know, we don't know how long Bill Belichick's going to want to, you know, stay around and coach. So, you know, man, this right here is, you know, you're witnessing history tomorrow, folks, man. That's why in my podcast, yesterday I was talking about the biased fans, man. You need to stop being biased, and just because, calls and stuff like that for a team that you don't like, you don't see anything. But as far as tomorrow, man, I know it's going to be a lot of Dallas Rams fans, Atlanta Rams fans, Philadelphia Rams fans, Chicago Rams fans, Denver Rams fans. It's going to be a lot of fans that, haven't been rooting for the Rams all year. So, it's always, anybody but New England at this point. And, like I said, I'm a fan, and, I relish in that because I absolutely enjoy it. I just don't like it when people don't understand the game and they, basically try to put their two cents in it. And then that's what, it gets under my skin a little bit. I just get a little, peed off. But just think about tomorrow's game. Man, I gotta give a score. So you already know I'm going with New England. Going New England. I think it's going to be give me New England at a 34-27 victory over the Rams. Giving it a touchdown. 7-point game. I think New England is a 2.5 point favorite coming in. Neutral site. That's not bad. That's actually a good line for New England. But I just see New England winning, tomorrow. I think, coming off of last year with the loss and, lost to Philly. I just think a lot of those guys still on this team, and they feel like, they got to go finish the job. And, I think this right here is time, man. It's, you're proving doubters wrong week after week. Like, it's been a long season for these dudes, man. They was counted out. People thought they were done. It was a whole bunch of, rumors and stuff going around. Thanks a lot, ESPN. But, it was week after week. It was like, they played against the Chargers and nobody gave them a chance. And then it was like, you going to go to Arrowhead and beat Kansas City? It ain't going to happen. And they shocked the world once again. I think, New England is riding with a chip. And, whenever you got 12 over there, touchdown Tommy, he plays with the ultimate chip. He's been playing with this chip since he got in the league. And I think, these guys, man, they got something to prove on Sunday. I think, by Belichick, going in with the closed practices and, so nobody can be allowed. And that's pretty crazy when you think about New England and they having, closed practices, so nobody won't look at them practicing. And you look at, the preparation that, these guys, he comes out and says, he thinks, this team, they covered everything and they're ready to go. Like I said, and I'm not discrediting the Rams in any fashion. The Rams can very well win this game, and I wouldn't be, shocked if they won this game. But I'm going to roll with New England. I'm rolling with them 34-27 over the Rams. Super Bowl MVP, I'm going to go Tommy. I think, it's a quarterback-driven league. It's either going to be Tommy or it's going to be James White. It's going to be one of the. It's going to be one of them because James White should have got it the year they beat Atlanta, because he was the one that scored the game-winning touchdown, and also he put in the work in that second half for New England to mount that, to help mount that whole comeback. And it's a lot of speculation about, Devin McCourty. This might be his last game, because like he said, he always dreamed about playing in the championship game with his brother. And if they can go out there and win, he said he probably will go ahead and retire because he wants to go out, as a winner with his twin brother. Man, that's something special, and also Rob Gronkowski with the rumors about him. Man, who knows, man? Gronk ain't really saying nothing about it. It's just speculation. Tommy already says there's 0 chance that he's going to retire. He's going to be back. But I think for these guys, man, I think, these dudes, man, they had a very long year, man. They endured a lot, man. The same with the Rams, man. The Rams was high flying, and everybody picked the Rams to be here at this point. New England, they were picked to be here in the beginning of the year, but once the year started and, all the stuff that happened, losing to the Lions, losing to the Jaguars, the way they went down against Miami, they got beat around by the Titans, the loss to Pittsburgh, and then, of course, the stuff with Josh Gordon, and shout out to him too, man. He's been, full support of New England, of the Patriots, of his teammates, while he's getting treatment down there in Florida. I wish him the best, well, and, but I just feel it. Like last year, I didn't really, I wasn't 100% confident in the Patriots going into, playing Philly last year. I just thought Philly had too much momentum going. And that's the kind of same feeling I got for New England this year. And it's not because I'm a fan. It's just because, I see how the way the games are going. And I see the way that these dudes are playing with this chip. Nobody think that we can do it. And, people think that we're too old. You got Edelman. They think they think he's too slow. He lost the step. You got Chris Hogan. What are you doing being a wide receiver? Used to be a lacrosse player. I think these dudes, man, and then you got Gronk where, are you going to retire? Now, is your head in the game or what? And also the constant bashing that the defense get. I think that's what motivated the defense during this whole playoff run. I mean, you started seeing the change in the defense around week 6, 16, 17 going into the playoffs. And I think, with the extra week of preparation, these dudes, man, they got something to prove on Sunday, man. And, like I said, I got New England, man, 34-27 over the Rams. So I'll be back on Monday night or Monday during the day. However, I'll be going over, the game, the recap, and we'll find out who won, man. So until next time, man, like I said, I got New England winning tomorrow, Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta next year. The Super Bowl is going to be in Miami. Already been talking it over with my brother. We talking about going, so who knows, man? Maybe I might be, down in Miami. I don't know, but so I got New England, man, 34-27 in the Super Bowl tomorrow to take home the Lombardi Trophy for the 6th time. I think it's gonna be an excellent game. Just stay tuned and watch, man. I'll be back tomorrow, on Monday rather. Today's Saturday. I'll be back on Monday with my recap of the Super Bowl, and we'll digest everything. We'll go over and see how, what happened. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. But until next time, man, y'all be safe and be blessed, man. Y'all have a blessed night. Peace.